The survey and monitoring of seabirds on Handa is an important requirement for a number of reasons. The island itself has triple SI and FPA designation, which in part is due to the large numbers of seabirds that come back to the island each season to breed, including nationally important numbers of guillemots, which in 2016 an all-island count revealed over 50,000 individuals, which is one of the largest in Britain. The monitoring of their population and productivity, along with the monitoring of a number of other species, provides reporting information to Scottish Natural Heritage, which can draw attention to notable changes in these populations as well as success, which may merit further research or even direct conservation action.
We do 3 puffing counts every season, but it's actually 2. So we do 2 in pre-laying season to get an estimate count of breeding adults, and then we just get the highest number, the 2 of them, and then we do another one at the end of the season to get a better picture of the colony, including juveniles that are coming back. To do the puffing count, we head out a couple of hours before sunset and then walk all the way around the coast to the highest cliffs on the island and count every cliff face that we can see. Because this year it was just 3 of us, we had to do it in 2 days because we don't have enough time to walk all the way around the island in a couple of hours before sunset. So we did it in 2 consecutive days, and we did half the island one day and half the island the other day. The reason we do it just before sunset is because it's when puffins are most likely to be back, so you see them returning from sea, and it's when you get the highest numbers. So a typical day of fieldwork monitoring the skuas. I'll head out, sit at vantage points to watch the birds and their behavior so I can make a mental map of where the nests are. And then I'll go out and try to find the nests. If I'm successful, I will put a cane by the nest so I can find it more easily on future occasions. Well, when I'm monitoring them afterwards. I will measure the eggs using a caliper, GPS the location of the nest, and then move on to the next one. of course, I'll write everything down, all the data that I get. Ideally, I try to do this as quickly as possible so I don't cause a lot of disturbance, because the skuas will be quite aggressive. Some of them dive bomb quite seriously, so sometimes they hit you a bit. Obviously, we don't want to cause too much distress, so the quicker the better. The data we're collecting is important because it is part of a long-term monitoring program that's been started in 2003. So that's one of the longest running monitoring programs for the great skua and the Arctic skua population. It's quite important for that reason.
This season on Handa has been, like so much of the rest of the world, has been different than normal seasons due to the spread of COVID-19 and global lockdown almost. There's only been the three of us present on the island since mid-March, and probably for the next month at least it will just be us. I know I speak for all three of us when I say that we feel truly blessed that we've been able to spend this time on this island. We haven't had any visitors, but aside from that, things have carried on as usual. The monitoring has continued, the skua fieldwork has continued, the practical work has continued with the limited amount of materials we've had. So even though we've been reading about it in the news, it's been strange because to an extent things have been kind of normal up here, as normal goes on Handa. I feel that outside of the bothy, this island is a time capsule. Apart from the odd cargo ship or trawler, there's nothing that really tells you what year it is. One major thing that serves as a constant reminder here that we aren't in a time capsule and we are very much in the Anthropocene is the volume of plastic that washes up on the beach over winter. From 5-gallon drums, hundreds and hundreds of meters of rope, to the smallest fragments of plastic broken down in the sand. Time isolated on the island has given me, and I'm sure the other two, a lot of time to think. But hopefully this unprecedented time of lockdown and quarantine and global change will spur a new outlook on the world and appreciation for it.